Good morning, good morning, good morning. And impromptu to go live. Literally, look at this. Cannot do anything but come on here. I've been led to do a video. Hi. I've been led to do a video, but didn't know when. First of all, how's this eclipse? How are you handling this particular energy of the eclipse this time around? How have you been doing that? I literally like a zombie came on here, not in a bad way, but just like totally led to just come on here. Hey Lynn, good morning. You should be, everybody's different, but you should be having when was the eclipse? The 25th? 2 days ago. We have 2 more days of the energy. In Scorpio season. And over the weekend, we had the planet placement, Venus, Saturn, Mars, the sun and the moon, very high energy weekend. Completely led to be on here. I do not have any cards drawn at the moment, but you collectively in different stages of your awakening of a sense of like pulling the cobwebs off of yourself, the layers, even more so now from last year and beyond. Some of these are getting movie reels rewinded purposely of your past to know, keep going forward. If you're asking, have I done the work? And if you're being shown something, you're being led and you're trusting the path. You're understanding more why things were happening to you, for you, with a deeper understanding and knowing of truth. Yous are literally in your face, seeing things come up in the news, the media, your TikTok, Facebook, whatever you guys do with your social medias, but things like, with Candace Owen and Kanye West and Mel Gibson back in the day, and all the people that were trying to tell you, and the media would spin it off, ha ha ha, no, they're crazy. No, they were never crazy. You yourself all your life were sometimes led to believe that you were crazy for your own feelings and belief when you were always of light, and that was just like, that there's more out there. There's something more other than just us, right? And you're seeing that even more so, and metaphorically speaking, or actually physically. We were never alone. We're never alone, and we were never alone here. Okay, we're not. Did it cause people to become more? Absolutely, it became more aggravating to some people because that's triggers in their soul. Absolutely, it seems people have been more negative. They want you to be more negative. If you're seeing people, the negativity, number one, it's your reminder, stay positive and focus and be present in the moment for yourself and feel what you know and feel and stay there, because all what you're seeing in the negativity, and hence this is kind of why I'm on here too, because me and Maria, and there she is, Blossom, you're divine. We were chatting this morning on a text thread, and I was expressing what I was seeing too the last 4 or 5 days. And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, okay, that's it. I need to go on there now. This is when I'll go on here. And here I am. But the negativity, if you're seeing it, for you, 2 reasons: stay present, stay positive. And also, they're showing you the negativity because you have clear vision, clear sight. You're in your truth. You're in your knowing. You see beyond because you this eye and not these, right? So you're being shown the negativity. And now that I say that, I want to share with you I won't say his name. My friend that's in Rome, he reached out to me literally 2 days ago, and we voice text back and forth ever since I was in Rome, in Italy. And we keep up with each other literally 2 days ago. And you see me zoned out, but I'm not zoned out. But listen, it ties into what you just said about seeing the negativity. Like I said, those are disrupted souls. Partly they haven't done the work, and others are disrupt souls. Fall. I don't want to lose them. You won't lose. Okay. So 2 days ago, he reached out to me, and we say our due diligence, and hello, good morning, hope everything's good, okay. And then he goes right into Ange. Listen, tell me everything you know about. Oh man, what did he? How did he say it? How do you say it? Because I'm not going to screw it up. Talk to me about non-human entities. Out of the blue. And me listening to that, because I'm who I am, first and foremost, my first reaction to hearing him ask me that, I was excited. I was happy. Not that, not for anything other than, yes, he is there, and he's been reaching out to me ever since I left Italy to get my points of view and everything, because he firsthand, single-handedly seen not only my gifts and abilities, but felt it too, firsthand, in the freaking place that I told him I never wanted to walk into, but he made me go in there, which I'm glad. And I was meant to go in there with him so he could see my abilities and how powerful it was, because it was in the Vatican. He made me walk in the Vatican for the Sixtine Chapel and do that walk around. And when I crossed the threshold of that room that was going down the stairs, then to all the secrets, torment, lies, and fuckery, that I didn't want to go nowhere near that place to begin with. You see how aggravated I am? Because I'm aggravated for past lives reasons, not right now. It's past life reasons why I'm aggravated about that spot, that area, that them as a whole. That room is the room where you go downstairs, and that's like the tombs of the priests and all the lies in the books and all the gadgets and all the things that they kept hidden and keep hidden from you guys of truth. Okay, because they want you to okay, I'll stop. Anyway, but he's seeing it walking around the streets in Rome. I'm like, oh, baby. I said, first of all, let me tell you, there you're going to see even more things because of there and all the layers of secrecy, lies, and hidden truths coming up to the surface. So I pray for him every day to keep him protected and guarded and okay over there. And he is, and he's fine. But yes, you will see that, reptilian, Arcturian, Palladian, everything goes back to Atlantis. That's another thing. The thing I've done, I think it was back in 2017, I was talking about the Wizard of Oz. I was giving you guys a metaphor to help you understand in this time period, to give you a visual of the movie The Wizard of Oz, and then at the end, she woke up and it was a dream, but it wasn't a dream. Your dreams aren't dreams. First of all, that's another thing. See, as I talk, I channel, so please listen. Because like I said, I had no idea I was coming on here for whatever reason, and this is where I'm at. So your dreams aren't dreams. They are messages and time periods, and bringing you to places out of the illusion of your awakened state to help you deal with the waking state when you wake up and deal with everything around you. So it's also the eclipse time vampires come out. That the vampires is like the energy, yeah, the incubuses and the succubuses. Yeah, absolutely. The veil is a non-existent. Yeah, the veil is non-existent. And of course, they'll say, "Oh, it's because it's Halloween coming up, and this and that, and all the spooky things, Ooh, no, it's just, um, and just like the Day of the Dead, May 5th, right? Day of the Dead is the one day that honey, every day is the Day of the Dead, not just May 5th. Let's get that one out the way, okay? When you're totally, oh, my head, when you're totally present, all right, and aware and of light, and walk with conviction, just like they do, of truth and knowing, every day is the Day of the Dead because you see beyond. So your ancestors are here all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And your ancestors go back all the way back beyond the time of the walking of Jesus. Beyond that. Okay. And so back to what I was saying, the Wizard of Oz. I even referenced the metaphorical to help people out about your eyes being camera lenses. Take them out, change the lenses. Sometimes you can have the fishbowl lens, the landscape lens, the tunnel vision lens. These eyes will play tricks on you. So when you center yourself and be present in the moment and really focus on something, your third eye, as I see how I have this indentation here? You see that? You see that, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Because back when I was 21 years old, it tried to literally knock it out of me. Okay, literally a wood beam, boom, and my head was swollen. It was trying to kill my third eye. Okay, when I was 21. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but back then it couldn't do it. But see with your third eye, because even so, it was a movie, and you're going through the path and follow the yellow brick road, meaning stay on your path. Don't let nothing disturb you to go off off the course of your purpose, but if you do, you always find your way back. Great movie. All right. But it also was at the end, you get to the castle, the Emerald Castle. Here, let me give you this. Use the Emerald Castle in Wizard of Oz as the Emerald Tablets. Oh my God, I love you. Yeah, people want to put a straitjacket on me, whatever. But yeah, the Emerald Castle is your Emerald Tablets. I love you too. I love you too. Emerald Tablets. Go read them again. Again. Because that was the first. Then came the 10 Commandments. Then came the Bible. Then came, well, not the Bible. Then came what? The Torah. Then came. Oh, see? Keep going, Ange. Keep going. Okay. So yesterday, I'm not going off course. I'm staying along, and I'm going back, circling back. These are all for you guys. I'm telling you, because I have no reason to be on here. I'm literally, this is what I look like when I woke up this morning. I drank a pot of coffee, and here I am. Yes, I said a pot of coffee. I've been up that long. Yesterday, I've been going through a lot of things that I have to revisit. I look amazing. God bless you. You're an angel. I've been going through a lot of things, circling back with my children. All right. Yeah, you are an angel. Yeah. And I was granted and blessed with 3 sons when I was told I couldn't, right? You guys all know that anyway. Okay, so I'm circling back. Here I am. I already surrendered to that and let them live their lives. And I'm here and I know my path and I can go freely without feeling like I have to be here for them, any longer. But I finally had the opportunity that I saw back in April that I should have had. But for whatever reason, I never could get all three of them in the room at the same time to say it. And I don't want to repeat myself. I'm tired of repeating myself. So Monday night, they happen to all three be here, all of them. And my middle son says, my Leo, the courageous lion or the cowardly lion. Yeah, I said it. Made a comment, and there was the inward and the outlet to speak. So that some of those things are happening for you too. Things will circle back so you can handle now versus some other period of your life, to eclipse out. Okay. So I said what I said to all three of them all together. And then, and I said what I needed to say to each of them and let it go. So yesterday, my youngest son, Dylan, who happens to be in his chart, the three main, placements, his three main placements is all air, sun, moon, and rising, all air in different, he's got them all. Gemini, but actually he's literally a cusper, the 22nd of May. So Taurus the bull, but he's a Gemini, but I swear he's a Taurus the bull. Libra and Aquarius. Okay. So he said some things to me in the past month, that he tried to sting me. And I was like, oh, no, you won't. Oh, don't you dare, kind of thing. But that's okay, and I let it go. So yesterday he's like, Ma, can you take me to the bookstore? I'm like, why you want to go to the bookstore? He's like, I want to get a book. I want to read. I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, fine. And it gave me an opportunity to go to a bookstore too, because I wanted a book anyway too. So I was like, oh, this is an opportunity for us to have some quality time and just be. What is the book my son gets that I have no idea why he wants to get a book? And he's the one that is, twice now. He came to my house and then left and went back to his father's house. And he's the one I protected the most out of all three of them from my ex-husband and all the fuckery and mine, planting seeds of bad things, just I wanted him to live his life and enjoy every moment growing up as a child and not feel like, because I was witnessing the pressure to live out whatever my ex-husband didn't live out through him. And it was like exhausting my son. I was like, he stop. He let him be a kid, playing every single sport since 4 years old, not with no break. I was like, I want him to live his life and be a kid and enjoy. Anyway, he gets the Islamic Bible. I said, excuse me? I said, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I said, okay, if you're going to read this one, when you're done this one, if you don't mind, if you're going to do this, then I want you to read the Torah. And I got the book. I said, you need to read this one as well to have both, engulfed in you. And he's like, all right. He goes, well, buy the Torah now and then you could just give it to her. I said, no. I want you to really take in everything it's saying so that when I give you the Torah, you can read it. Because you already read the Emerald Tablets because I made you read the Emerald Tablets. Okay. So he is 19 years old and he's going through everything. Okay. Yeah. Right. But I want him to ingest because he on his own is doing this. And I was so happy in the bookstore because it showed me 2 days after I went off on all three of them that was needed back in April. But here I had to sit in October and I said it all, 2 days later, I'm on one side of the bookstore. He's on another. He finds me with the book and he shows me and I was like, okay. So he's in his ready state, but he's still, he is the one that, when it comes to me and my gifts and my abilities, he's the one that does this, like he doesn't want to like touch the things, like he's uncertain, but he doesn't shun me for it. He's just, he has his own, and that's fine. So back to the Wizard of Oz and the pulling the curtain reference is like everything you're being, you're see, if you should watch, I don't watch the news. I don't really care what they have to say because it's all a distraction to me. That's my preference. Of course, you should be present in the current affairs. Absolutely. But I am, because I'm in my true self, in my intuition, in my everything, my being. So if I sense something, trust me, but I don't need a show, a news, or somebody to warn me. Like, no, I already, I know what I got to do, where I got to be, and if I don't feel right somewhere, I leave. You know what I mean? Yeah, your knowing will guide you. Yeah. But the media wants to keep you right here because they want to keep you chained and locked. And I keep getting the image of the cuffs and chains. Everybody's breaking free from their chains. That's the eclipse. Okay. Trying to destroy it. Yeah. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Marie. So yeah, so there's all of that going on, but I kept on for the last couple of days seeing references of past videos I've done 2017 and 2018 of me referring to whatever messages were coming out then, like the Truman Show. Truman Show is Jim Carrey. Look at all the things that came up about Jim Carrey in the past year or two. But I said it back in 17 about the movie that he made, and he was living this life and thinking it was real when it was actually, they were filming him and making a show. You see what I'm saying? And that's like the CERN that happened, like everything that's going on, the Mandela effect. They call it the Mandela effect nowadays. I was saying that then, they want to keep you trapped. There's so much more. And wait, hold on. I'm going to say something else, but Maria is typing something. I need to say this now. Is not the time for any type of haircuts. Your hair is alive and an antenna. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Oh, and that's another thing I said. Okay, I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to go back to what I was saying. Okay. See, but I have to say this now that you said that. We're in the bookstore, and I'm looking for something, and my son's with me walking around at the end. And I always go to the clearance section because, I just do. And there it is. And I look at him. I said, when they say mythology, that's truth, right, baby? I need to know, that. Like, we're at a 19-year-old mind space, because I'm present with them in their perception of their age. I meet them where they're at. I do. I said, whenever you see something mythology, that's truth. He's like, okay, Mom. I'm like, no, I'm serious. He's like, okay. I said, if nothing else, if you don't believe that right now, remember I said that in like 20, 30 years from now, you'll be like, holy shit, Mommy, So yeah, and the hair, that was his strength. And she was led to cut his hair before the fight, right? Yeah. Yeah. Reference Samson. Yeah. Samson and the cuffs, you were saying. Yeah, Samson. Oh my God. I need to go back to Europe. There's so much more. I know. I'm gonna get there. I got it. Yeah. So what was I going before that? I was going somewhere. It'll come back. You'll be there when you're ready. You're ready to be there, and the path will be clear for when you get there, Lynn, when you're meant to be there. Just like me. I knew I was supposed to get there. I didn't know when, but I went over the summer and I'm going back. I'm going back in March to Ireland and Scotland. And then I'm going to be going back to Italy and everywhere else that I wasn't able to go to when I was there this summer. So yes. What was I saying before Samson and Goliath and the chains? Stella, hold on one second. Because she's been at my Michelangelo book that I have that's ancient. Hold on. Hey, what are you doing? Stop. Yep, you put yourself in the cage. Look at that. Good girl, because you know you did wrong. You put yourself in the cage. Very good. Very good. Michelangelo. Why Michelangelo? Something about Michelangelo. Something about Michelangelo. That's Florence. Wait, my head's tingling. Michelangelo. They shunned him too, right? They or was that Da Vinci? I love both of them. The David. Oh, that's probably why. The David. Duh! Gives them the reference of the David with the slingshot, the eye, the Cyclops. Oh, the third eye. Okay. All right, there's that. Okay. And he was a kid. He was a kid. He was like 17, right? He was a kid. And he beat the Cyclops. The giant, right? Man, being there in Florence and seeing the David, oh my goodness, I loved it. The Last Supper in Milan from Da Vinci, being in that room. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's why I say mythology is not myth. It's truth. They want you to think it's myth because it disturbs their agenda. Yes, David has been anointed in childhood. Absolutely. We all have. Every single living, breathing is anointed, was anointed, will be anointed. It's what. Did you all read the book of Enoch too? Because if you're going to do this, you got to do it all, right? And I know 4 people that anytime I bring up the book of Enoch, they're like, oh no, I can't read the book of Enoch. No, the church says you can't. No, fuck that. Read the book of Enoch because that's a big piece of what they took out to understand. And the Gospel of Philip and Mary Magdalene's piece that they took out because they don't really like women because we are creation, the 7 sisters and the 7 angels. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look. This is reversed. Look, reversed. Okay. Trapped in your thoughts, feel like you're in prison. The chains, I was saying. See, I tell you, please listen because I'm a walking vessel. God bless my sons. But they don't realize how strong and powerful they are and their purpose. Why it was my vessel to birth them because, oh my God. Anyway, entrapped and stuck in a thought. Some people can't, it's done. It's in reverse. There is no more staring at this thought anymore and feeling stuck. It's clear. Look, magician, awareness, ace of cups. The river flows clear. Tamar, are yours? Oh yeah, each of them are. The youngest one, the 19-year-old, he's a different type. He is very intellect, like a mastermind. He's different. And that's what makes him so special, because his information is clear and precise and smart and effortless. And he'll realize that. And of all things, he's going into cybersecurity. So there's that. And my oldest is from birth, and he was born Christmas Eve. Um, the first one that was born that I was told I couldn't have kids. He's my Merlin reincarnated. He's Merlin from the minute I held him. And does not like when I talk. Doesn't want me to talk, because every time I talk, it happens and it freaks him out. That's the only reason why he don't want me to talk. And my middle one, my Leo the lion, well, he has his cowardly lion moments, but he is loyalty and royalty, and he hears the other side. So much so that when he came home from school one day in high school, he told me to make it stop and tell them to be quiet. I don't want this, and I'm in school. And I told him how gifted and beautiful it is, and he embraced it. I mean, he doesn't watch Netflix. He watches Gaia. So there's that, even though it's not fully developed. They're gifts. They're gifts, sweetheart. It's a blessing, and some say it's a curse, but it's your purpose, and embrace it, because what you offer and what you got, whatever it is, your gifts, all of yous, because you're all coming out of not being stuck thinking about it no more, this eclipse. Although in moments, it's, as my son back then was like, I don't want this. They're loud. There's too many of them, and I said, well, that's because they see that you are of light and you have the gifts to hear them, and they're excited. So they all swarm you. You have to set boundaries and say, okay, kind of like how mommy, and I explained how mommy is, until someone tells me their name and their birth date, that's my on switch to go in and feel and hear their thoughts, because I too can't be in a crowd or anywhere like I used to enjoy. And the only reason why I used to enjoy it is because I would have one or two Jack and Cokes to numb myself so I could be in a room. I don't do that no more. I don't have no alcohol in me at all anymore, but you just set boundaries, because whatever they want to say to you is you delivering a message to somebody here in the living that will console them, that will ease them, that will give them clarity, that will give them peace, that will give them love, that will give them reassurance, whatever, So it's too scary because I feel evil around me a lot. Will you feel evil around you because that same moth to a flame, the moth to the flame, they want to siphon your purity, your love, because it's bright and strong, and they need that power to continue to be here, the evil. So you just have to control it. You always, every single being has your power. You just don't realize it. But then when you come to realize it, you realize that you allowed them to have it by acknowledging it. Like the way to dismantle your fear, your scariness to feel evil, I'm going to help you right here, right now. Don't acknowledge it. Ignore it. Even though it's there and you feel it, ignore it. Because the minute it's completely ignored, they sense that just as well and just as strong. And they're like, oh, well, we're wasting our time here. Let's go. Go somewhere else to a weaker one, and we can siphon. Okay? All right, let's see here. Why did these two cards come out in reverse? Pisces energy, 3 of Cups. The reason why I don't want to embrace my darkness. No. But you do have to embrace your particular darkness, because without the darkness, there isn't light. Without light, there isn't darkness. So if there's something in the dark that you need to face and look at, it's because where you're at right now versus whatever it is that's trying to show you that, it was your past. It's your past. It's not. You're right here, right now. And once you acknowledge it, it goes, it dissipates. They're happy, celebrate, uniting, coming together, drinking the tea, drinking the tea. The Mad Hatter. What is this Three of Cups? 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 Why are you telling them Three of Cups? Celebrate. Celebrate your boundaries. See, I was just saying that. Draw the line in the sand, set boundaries. From everything you've been through, you're on top of the rubbish and you're setting boundaries. Celebrate the fact that the boundaries you're setting and you're ready for whatever war tries to hit you because you're enriched and enlightened with a different perspective. The Hangman. You're all seeing everything differently. What are you seeing differently? The thoughts that had you conflicted, not knowing the path to take, and even questioning, what do I do? Which way do I go? Just take your time slow and steady. You're all taking your time slow and steady because there's truth and clarity here. You're all sharp. You see everything for its true face value. The masks are off in every sense. Everything around you, what once was, no longer. And your past is your past in every aspect. And you are strong now and stronger. And some, I got to say this collectively, and some were the chosen ones of your ancestral line in this time period to be of the truth, to be the leader, to learn control of the emotions, the fire in the veins, Scorpio energy. You're learning how to master your emotions because manifestation, we are all, and I said this 1,000 times too, we are all connected. We are all one. Okay. Nothing on this planet, period, can live without the other. Nothing. The ground, the grass, the flowers, the pollen, the trees, the sun, the moon, the water, us. We all need each other to keep us grounded, to allow our emotions to feel free and light like a bird, symbolic meanings all around you to remind you, okay? So learning how to master your emotions is because that is the first thing of manifesting the love. And that was another thing. I personally love having conversations with my youngest son because he is all air in the mind. So I love deep conversations, depth, purpose, and meaning. So I'm standing there and I'm looking through the camera. I'm saying this for a reason because I'm going to circle back. And I'm looking at certain books and stuff, and something came up about love. And I said, Dylan, I said, at your 19-year-old self, you're hearing now, you're 19, your perspective, what do you view love? What is love to you? He's like, I don't know. I said, I can understand that because you're 19. You're still trying to figure it out. But don't you think love is unconditional? He goes, no, it's both. It's conditional or unconditional. And I said, no. I said, here, remember this. I said, when you figure out and understand love, it's going to be this, unconditional. Because if someone's putting a condition to something, that they're doing that for control, fears, doubts, whatever it is, So you don't put a condition on love because when you truly love something, you love all of it, everything about it, regardless if it agrees with you or not. You take yourself aside, you disattach yourself in your own, and you look at it and truly appreciate it, whatever it is or the person. When you have to put a condition to something, that's not love. It's not. You know, you can agree to disagree, and that's what I do all the time. I agree to disagree with you, but I love you enough because that's where you're at. But I know in time you'll reach a certain plateau and you'll want to find out more, and then we can vibrate back on the same level, frequency, energy. You heal and grow and manifest through your energy, which is your emotions, which is your thoughts, which is your visualizations, your vibration. You vibe, okay? Levitation, it's not impossible. Manifestation starts with your emotions. It could, depending on where your emotions are, good or bad, you create. What you speak of is truth, witchcraft, conditions, manipulations. Anything done with manipulation is trying to control the will of another. Yeah, that's conditional. Yeah, conditional. Trying to control the will of another, and that is the true meaning of witchcraft. Yeah. And like I said, they're coming for us again in this day and age. This day and age is like, I don't know, every century's version of going after the witches and burning them. But in our day and age, the here and now, it's us. The seed, star seeds, the light workers, the ones that think positive and don't feed into their negativity or their conformity, and show love. Back then it was, they were the same as us, but because they didn't understand them, they thought they were evil. So they killed us all 50 times over. Not this time. Nope. And I have died at the hands way too many times. Yeah, way too many times. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. And I vowed for this time to be the last time. But I'm doing my part. And, if I have to come back again, fine, or whatever. But this time, dynamite TNT and freaking sticking it up their asses and the core root and blowing up as many pieces as I can going down, And I've referred that to Highway to Hell and ACDC. Go back to my past videos for whatever reason, because they keep showing me that the last couple of days. Remember when you said this? Remember when you said that back then? Here it is now. In everyone's face, and you can't deny what you're being told and shown. And Kanye West is screaming it, and and there's others too, so many others, and God, rest Chris Cornell and Chester Pennington's souls, because they were trying to find a way to help the kids. That Melania Trump was, in her own way, wore that dress with the kids' names in the inaugurational ball party when he was elected and president. Man, there's so much. Okay, really look. Really look. We're doing it. We're saying the messages and delivering the, hey, I'm with you too. You're not alone. You have a lot of links. But I know I can't speak the words, but I'll wear something, I'll do something. And those that have eyes to see and ears to hear will see and hear it. And there's so much more. Alan Watts. Yeah, Alan Watts. And then there's another one, this Andrew Tate guy. My son, my youngest one, is, Tate, Rogan, and something else. He watches religiously, which I love, because as much as we're not physically together a lot, he's right there in a different way. He's right there. And he lives in a house with somebody that's of dark, so Yeah, in his own way, he doesn't realize the power he has and what he's doing, So yeah. But okay, see, but that's mainly why I came on, because they kept showing me the last couple of days past videos from 17 and 18, 2017, 18, that I gave about the Truman Show reference. It's finally happening. The Wizard of Oz, the veil lifted, the curtain revealing, and with the veil being gone and dismantled, the media and the control, they're losing it. They are losing it. And the radio too. I don't know who listens to radio anymore, but I know I haven't in years. Because they're told by media groups to play whatever they play, and play this song 50 times over, play this commercial, because when you hear something repetitively, it programs your brain, right? Right. Just like us, we meditate. We program our mind to stay in a very, balanced, clear space. They're doing it too. See what I'm saying? I kept seeing your show on my feed from May 29, 2018. I hope you listen to it then, because whatever is going on with you, Marie, honey, for you to have kept seeing that particular video I did it then, there's something in it for you now to remind you or give you the strength you need. So yeah, see, you're 2018. So yeah, oh, and then the other thing I told you, and I think this particular thing I've said, I think was 2 years ago. Might have been 2 years ago. This was the other thing. And this thing I'm about to say is the reason why I turned on the computer and I came here. Because that was like, all right, that's the third thing that you're showing me that. And then the conversation with me and Maria, I was like, okay, now. How I said, I think I brought it up a little earlier about the Mandela effect, but I know I researched something 9 years ago, and I had a website and I had everything. And I even printed it out, not knowing why I was printing it out then, but I did to keep it, But I went in the present time, like now, or I think it was 2 years ago, to research that same thing, and it was non-existent. And I told you guys, be careful, because what you go Googling and researching. Hold on one second. This is Gina. Let me tell her I'm online. What you're researching is you might not find, and you'll be like, I know, man, I know I've seen that somewhere. I know that. What do you mean it's not here? Just like COVID. If anybody had an encyclopedia from 1986, 86, COVID's on there, the coronavirus. It's a freaking flu and cold. But here we are in 2022, and they put the fear of God in everybody, like freaking everybody. I'm not discrediting it, not at all, because there were a lot of people that passed away from it. But those that passed away from it had a pre-existing condition already and a very low immune system. And if you do have a low immune system, you are going to go down, whether it's very weak or whatever. Okay. But oh my goodness. I was like, guys, come on. You guys are smarter on your own. You don't need someone to tell you something, do something. So it's like, and because a lot of people will think that you're not going to go back and research. You're just going to believe them. Well, this one said it, so it has to be true. Why do you think I always say, and my kids know it all their life, anytime somebody says something, well, you got to do this. I'm like, who says that? Well, this person said it, but why? Who? Why? No. I've always went to a beat of my own drum, and that's why you're the black sheep of your family, if you are. That's why you never feel comfortable and settled with certain criterias or things that people tell you should do or have to do. No. Follow your soul. Your soul knows the way. The light, the way of the light. Follow your light. Always follow your light, because your truth is your truth. Be of your truth, be authentic, and you shine and soar and, everything, you know. And there's many times, I know that of me, my core root of me. Okay. But I allow, here, circling back to the beginning, I allow certain things, certain people to take my power, take my control. And that's my kids. My weakness are my kids, my Achilles heel, but no longer, and that was only because I chose to want to have kids. I desired it, and oh, God bless you, sweetheart. Thank you for that. That was so sweet, Lynn. Um, I chose to want to have children, and stick a dynamite up the OBGYN when I was 16 that said I couldn't have kids. Yes, I can, and yes, I will. Watch me, kind of thing. And there's another thing with the fire and the determination within you. Like, you're no longer doing for others, like, watch me. Yes, I can. For others, you're doing it for yourselves now. You're like, I did that. All that was like, oh yeah, you said I can't do it. Watch this, motherfucker. No, now you're doing it for you. You got nothing to prove to nobody else but yourself. Hence the clarity, truth. You're living in your truth, and you're in control. So have lunch on me. Oh, beautiful. You're so sweet. Thank you. So, I'm sorry, I know I was circling. I was saying that. Oh, the kids. But even so, with the kids, it's time to let it go, because now I've given all I needed to give them the foundation and the structure. Now I need to go to do what I originally am supposed to be doing, that I was always supposed to do in my purpose, is to be where I am right here, right now, speaking truth, showing truth, and guiding and being there to breathe life, and reminder, and bring as many out of the dark. But I literally see myself coming off the chair, that because there was a panel of us, and I literally got up, because no one did, and I said, I'll go down. I'll go down. I chose, but I chose knowing that my other half would find me regardless of what meat suit. Because together we have an even powerful purpose once we do our separate things that are needed for the here and now. So yeah. So when you realize you gave power to certain people, you allowed them to take from you. When you take yourself back and, stay within yourself and just trust, you definitely, all obstacles will be dismantled. And you don't even, and you won't even have obstacles at a certain level once you start doing that, because you're so high and beyond your frequency that you can't be touched, and they can't reach you. It happened to me. I was looking for my angel name for 2 years. Finally popped up, read it, and now it disappeared again. Yeah. And that's what I was saying 2 years ago. I'm like, be careful, because they are trying to either delete history or change a word or two to turn it around. Like, I can only speak for myself, and through speaking, something will trigger with you to resonate with or not. I'm always like, home. I made a home when I had kids. I made a home. I made a house a home. Absolutely. Even the whole neighborhood kids, and the whole school, elementary school, actually, because I was a, believe it or not, a PTO president and a substitute teacher while they were in elementary school. And I loved it with the kids. Why the kids? Because they're pure. And I was just with them, I kept their purity and their love and their light and their wonderment to continue, until this day, some of them do. But it's not here. I always say it's not here. It's not here. I know it's not here, but I'm here. When somebody asks me why am I single, because I've been single for a long time. I know it became a running joke, but it's not a running joke. It's not. It's my truth, but to them, it's a joke. I always say, when someone asks me, well, why are you single? And I say, well, number one, I would not touch anybody. Here, no, no. I would say he's not from here. He's not from here. He's on another planet. He's not from here. He's not from here. He hasn't found me yet. He's in oblivion, I said. That's what I said. He's in oblivion. He's not from here. Look at this. The Emperor and the Death. I am the authority. Mars energy. Scorpio energy. Death, transformation, and rebirth. 4. Look at that. 4 and 2 is... Why does I say 2? Why does I say 2? You're whole. That's the death, transformation, and rebirth. The Scorpio energy. That's what we're all doing, eclipsing out. Yeah, oblivion. Isn't that and the Emperor. The Emperor is what came out. The major arcana. I pulled the major arcanas for everybody collectively with this energy in this message because of this eclipse. We've got 2 more days of the energy of the eclipse. And for the next 6 months, that's what's going to be happening and living in the true age of Aquarius. True age of Aquarius. Okay. Authority. Take authority, take control, take the reins. The bee, the honey. Hey guys, I've been seeing honey references too. So everybody, maybe all of us, bee pollen and honey, consume it, take it, have it close by. You may need it. Why do we need it? We need it. And that's another thing. The crows have been talking to me. They've been following me and telling me, and the hawk, the crows and the hawk, since Thursday. And I'm listening when I see that. Okay. And you see that opening in the sky? And there's things coming out of it? Look at that. The portals, the sky portals. Shut the front door. I'm trying not to curse, but I can't help it. But did you see that? Falling from the sky, the fallen angels. And I said the book of Enoch earlier. I love you. You're awesome. God bless you. I love you, love you, love you. Yeah. And then there's that. And then there's that. And then there's that. Wow. You're going to be in a fallen angel for Halloween? You think that's an accident? Nope. You do it, baby. Being your authentic. Okay? Laugh at the face of what's trying to tear you down. They got me staring at the death card, so hold on a second. Now, these are the cards that I got in Venice, Italy, when I was in Italy, the leather cards that are hand drawn from him. Whom him himself has no idea what the tarot cards mean, but yet he was led to make them in his own interpretation, which is an amazing man. I sat with him for hours in the shop just talking. I cannot read Hebrew, but I'm going to Zoom this and I want you to maybe mentally take it in. And if anybody does know Hebrew, maybe comment, and I'm going to research it too. But he added a scripture word in Hebrew in here. So for whatever reason, because I brought up the book that my son got, the Bible, that particular Bible, the Malik Bible, and then the Torah and everything, and the book of Enoch. And this is the death card, death, transformation, and rebirth, and we're in Scorpio season. I'll zoom it in. It's right there. See it? So I'll zoom it and see if you can make it out. But I want you to really look at all the imagery he did with a pen. With a pen. The snake on the head. You're shedding your skin. The serpent. The bones. And see the bones on the ground, the hand? This is like all the past is coming up. The truth. Stop. Yeah, the tower. Things are crumbling because everybody's seeing things differently. The hanged man. And we're all walking forward anew, the full card. What are you walking forward to? The sun. Happiness. Be happy. Because that's the yes card. Happiness is ahead. You're doing your work. You're doing everything. Everything that's coming to you is leading you to your happiness. For all the hard work and hard times and the stillness and the stagnation and wondering when. Don't worry. You're going to be happy. Take the sleep of faith. It's just you're going to see things differently of why. The blessings are coming. And you keep getting messages about financial windfall, inheritance, new. It is everything. Everything. So that is why I had to come on and say all those different things. And whenever I was saying whatever I was saying when I was channeling before these cards, those are messages too. And also reminders of past messages I've done since 2017 and 18. So if anything pops up, or if you find yourself led to go to my channel and look at very old messages, whatever you find, and I used to do it, and I still do it actually to help everybody. The image that I put on each video is like a synopsis of a nutshell of the message as a whole. So if you resonate with a picture or you're drawn to one of the images in there, there's definitely a message for you to help you with something. Always. Without a shadow of doubt, I guarantee that. Okay. You're usually a witch. Or don't dress up at all. Yeah, I don't dress up at all. I don't dress up at all. And then when people say, where's your costume? I said, well, I'm me. You guys call me a witch anyway, so I'm in my authentic skin. Rah. I'm like, it's a joke. It really is a joke. It's a joke. When the kids were little, I dressed up with them because we were in theme with Marvel comic or DC comics. I'd love that with them when they were little to have fun with it. But as a teenager and as an adult, myself, I don't dress up. I'm like, I don't need to dress up. You want me to dress up? I'll just walk around naked. I'll be authentic. That'll scare the shit. That scares the shit out of some people anyway. So, anyway, in the last week, I've had 2 bees die in my window, and I cried as I held them in my hand. Aww, my poo. Aww. he does that, he might you have a sprinkle of honey. Oh, how cute, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. He's so cute. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna go and try to start my day. I got to make these calls that we're calling in, call back, and I want you to have the beautiful day and keep going forward. Okay. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.